Welcome. This is Edison with the Cliff Diver's Edge, a peak performance podcast. And today we are springboarding deep into a topic that keeps a lot of people up at night. You know, that feeling of when you're standing on the edge of a cliff, doing a dive, your heart's pounding, your adrenaline's rushing, and you're not sure if you're ready to take that dive. Maybe it's a challenge in your life. Maybe it's doing something different. Maybe it's moving. Maybe it's putting a kids in a new school, whatever that challenge is. Well, that's exactly how I feel about the AI revolution that's crashing all around us like a big, huge tidal wave. And let me tell you, it's not just coming, it's already here. You will lose the battle to ChatGPT and AI. That's right, I said it. And it's not just me being dramatic. According to a recent study by McKinsey, by 2030, up to 30% of the hours currently worked across the United States economy could be automated. And that's not just some distance in the future, folks. That's around the corner. And if that doesn't send a chill down your spine, how about this? They say you only have 6 months left at your job. Now, I know what you're thinking. Edison, come on. That can't be true. I'm irreplaceable. Let me hit you with some cold, hard facts here for today. A survey by PwC found that 37% of workers fear losing their job to automation within the next decade. And here's the kicker. They might be underestimating the big threat. But here's where it gets really, really scary. This isn't just about like losing your job. It's about losing your very identity. ChatGPT and AI are rewriting your life's script, and there's nothing you can do about it. Or is there? That's what we're here to explore for today here at the Cliff Diver's Edge. So let's talk about how AI, specifically ChatGPT and Sonar and Grok and Cloud, tricks you. It's subtle, it's sneaky, and before you know it, it has you caught in its web. Think about it. How many times have you turned to Google or Siri or Alexis for a quick answer? How often do you rely on autocorrect or predictive texts? These seem harmless, right? But they're just the tip of the iceberg. Some studies even conclude that this world of Sonar and Grok and Cloud and Siri and Alexis are in fact making us and the next generation dumb, illiterate, and a deceleration of mass IQ, all in the hands of Big Brother, AI, and ChatGPT. AI is becoming increasingly sophisticated to the point where it can mimic human conversation with frightening accuracy. And it's not just about answering questions anymore. AI can write articles, it can compose music, even create art. And each time you interact with it, it's learning more about you, all right, and your preferences, your choices, your buying habits, right? It's like looking into the mirror, but your own reflection is getting smarter and gets to know you more and more each and every day, right? And on the flip side, you're becoming dumber and dumber, right? You don't even remember how to order your groceries because it's automatically done, right? You don't remember telephone numbers and family members, brothers, sisters, mom and dad, their phone numbers, right? Because it's automatic. We can't remember the presidents of the United States, right? Because we just ask ChatGPT and Cloud and it gives us the answer. I decided to offer you a free gift, absolutely free. Now, I tell you all the time about how to springboard yourself from unhappy to radiantly happy in 30 days. But how am I going to tell you all about this and not provide the resources for you? There's so many questions people have online about how do I become more happy? What is my purpose and mission? What do I have to do to get out of this rut? How come I'm so unclear and unmotivated? What if I try something new and fail? When is life going to turn around for me? Why do I feel miserable all the time? Who can I reach out to that'll listen and help? Should I quit my job? Why am I such a failure? I don't feel happy in my relationship. Where did my happiness and passion go? Why do I let fear and procrastination control my life? How come I doubt myself and my limitations? Why do I have no energy and no time? The kids are out of the house, so I just retired. Now what? I hate my job or my partner, but I'm comfortable. How come my relationship is so mediocre and boring? Why do I have no friends? I hate the way I look, where should I go to find a peak performance success coach? You see what I'm saying? So I decided to create a free training and give it to you absolutely free that you can utilize so you can learn how to soar beyond your limits and go from blurred to crystal clear to take one step towards having a reason, finding and doing what you love, waking up with that zest and a reason, and radiating to the world with your light. And how cool is this? To ultimately give back, shine, and level up the family, friends, and community around you. If you're ready to springboard and soar into the cliff diver's edge, click the link below. My gift to you. Now, I'm not saying AI is inherently all bad. In fact, it can be an incredibly powerful tool when used correctly. But here's the thing. It's a double-edged sword. On one hand, it can boost your productivity and help you make data-driven decisions, especially as business owners and entrepreneurs, even enhance your creativity. But on the other hand, it could hurt us in a lot of big, huge ways, and it can make you complacent, dependent, and ultimately obsolete. Let's break it down. Your brain versus ChatGPT's brain. It's not even a fair fight, folks. Your brain needs sleep. It gets distracted, right? We have OCD. We can't even focus on a few things. I think our attention span right now as adults is 8 seconds. And what about the flip side of it? ChatGPT and all this automation. It's flawless, right? It works 24/7. It's always on, and its capacity for learning is exponential. As Elon Musk once said, AI is far more dangerous than nukes. Now that might sound extreme, but think about it. AI doesn't get tired, right? It doesn't go to sleep. It doesn't say, I'm a little sick or I got the sniffles, so I'm not going to go to work, right? It doesn't have days off. It doesn't make excuses. It doesn't struggle with a lot of the self-doubt or what we call imposter syndrome that we cover so much here on the Cliff Diver's Edge. All right, I'm not good enough. I'm not good as my neighbor, right? All this social media and everyone looks rich and looks classy until you see them behind the camera and what their real life works, but how that makes us feel inadequate. But here's where it gets really, really insidious. AI isn't just outperforming us in specific tasks. It's becoming a motivational killer. And I stress this so much, right, in this whole automation. Where's our motivation, right? Where will we see people break through and become more to take action, right? It's less and less and less. People are automated. People sit back and relax. People don't stand up for themselves anymore. So it's just more of a sort of a calm, go as you will, go with the flow of the river type of community, or like 8 billion people society. When everything is automated, like, why strive for excellence when like good is just good enough, or it's just one click away? It's like having a super smart and always available assistant who's slowly but surely taking over your job, your career, your life. And don't even get me started on time management, because, right, as automation improves, I don't really see an improvement on our capability of time management. And how about this? Corporate America, that I'm still involved with all my coaching and mentoring, right? We're still not saying, hey, now we're only working 4 days a week. AI doesn't need breaks, right? It doesn't need to clock in, or it doesn't need to clock out at 5 p.m. It doesn't take weekends off, right? We had these holidays where we're off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday just because the holiday fell on a Thursday or Friday, right? It's going to be working every single day of those 4 days. Pretty impressive. So it's rewriting the rules here of productivity, and we're struggling to keep up. Now, I know this is all like dim and grim, right? It sounds pretty like negative and down, right? But you might be thinking like, hey, Edison, you're supposed to be like motivating us and not like scaring us to death. But here's the real like infuser that I call. Awareness is the first step to action. If we don't tell somebody like how it is, like real talk, will never drive the nail home and do what's needed to get to the next level. Whether that's improving our the way we see ourselves in the mirror, whether it's improving our relationship with our husband or wife, whether it's improving our job or our career. Maybe you've grown a business to a certain point and you don't even like it anymore. Your ikigai isn't there. Your motivation isn't there. And so do you have that drive to sell that business and go through all those steps to buy and purchase and acquire a brand new one? Together, we can not only survive, but we could dive in this new AI-driven world, right? Stay tuned for the next part of this video. And depends when you're watching this, I'll have it linked right here for this next video on all the strategies for maximizing yourself, your true radiance through a world of AI. And remember, cliff divers and peak performers, the water is deep, but the thrill of the dive is worth it. So let's get ready to soar beyond our limits.